history of motion pictures is the history of Paramount. Out of Paramount's past comes a glorious procession. Sarah Bernhardt in Queen Elizabeth. With the release of this first feature-length film ever shown in America, Adolf Zucker pointed the way. J.K. Hackett playing a dual role in The Prisoner of Zenda. The original Squaw Man, Dustin Farnham. The first picture filmed at the Tiny Lasky Studio in Hollywood. Mary Pickford in A Good Little Devil. Geraldine Farrar in Carmen. George M. Cohen, The Call of the North, Robert Edison, Theodore Roberts. Blanche Sweet, Vivian Martin, and Jack Holt. George Beban, Olga Petrova, Elsie Ferguson, Dorothy Dalton, Jack Pickford in Huck and Tom, Marguerite Clark. Billy Burke, The Cheat, Sesshu Hayakawa, Fanny Ward. Marie Doro, The Whispering Chorus, Elliot Dexter, Kathleen Williams, Raymond Hatton. Dorothy Gish. Douglas Fairbanks in Headin' South. Ethel Clayton, Lila Lee, Mary Pickford in The Little American. The second production of The Squaw Man with Elliot Dexter. Pauline Frederick. For Better, For Worse, with Gloria Swanson and Elliot Dexter. John Barrymore in Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Charles Ray in Homer Comes Home. Bryant Washburn, The Miracle Man with Lon Chaney, Betty Compson, Thomas Meehan. Lillian Gish, Irene Castle, male and female, Gloria Swanson and Thomas Meehan. Betty Compson in The Little Minister. Wallace Reed, Theodore Roberts, in The Roaring Road. Mae Murray in On with the Dance. Sentimental Tommy, Gareth Hughes, May McAvoy. The Sheik, starring Rudolph Valentino with Agnes Ayres. Nice People, Conrad Nagel, Phoebe Daniels, William Boyd, Wallace Reed. The Covered Wagon. Peter Pan, with Betty Bronson and Mary Bryan as Wendy. William S. Hart. Adolphe Montague, Florence Vidor in The Grand Duchess and the Waiter, The Light of Western Stars, Noah Berry, Billy Dove, Jack Holt, The Ten Commandments. Wallace Berry, Raymond Hatton in Behind the Front. Lafayette, we are here. Pola Negri, Rod LaRock in Forbidden Paradise. Richard Dix. Clara Bow in It. Brother. Variety. Emil Janney, Leah Deputy. Bo Jest, Ronald Coleman, Ralph Forbes, Noah Beery. Underworld, starring George Bancroft. Wings! When Paramount discovered Gary Cooper, Charles Rogers, Richard Arlen, birthday jubilee with the greatest array of stars in its history. Harold Lloyd, George Bancroft, Nancy Carroll, the four Marx Brothers, Charles Rogers, Clive Crook, Phillips Holmes, Sylvia Sidney, Eleanor Boardman, Francis Dean, Jackie Searle, Kay Francis, Judith Wood, Regis Toomey, Peggy Shannon, Jackie Coogan, Lillian Tashman, Eugene Palette, Anna Mae Wong, Juliet Compton, Stuart Irwin, William Boyd, Miriam Hopkins, Wynn Gibson, Jack Hokie, Ginger Rogers, Robert Coogan, Carmen Barnes, Charlie Rutherford, Skeets Gallagher, Betsy Green, Richard Arlen, Frederick March, Claudette Colbert, Paul Luca, Tallulah Bankhead, Gary Cooper, Ruth Chatterton, Marlene Dietrich, Maurice Chevalier,
Oh, Miss Holden, it is you, isn't it?
Yes, it is, Mr. Griffiths.
Just out for a walk?
Yes.
Well, do get in.
I'm so afraid. I've never done anything like this before.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
Clyde, promise me you'll never leave me.
Of course I won't, darling.
Never?
Never.
I don't know what I'd do if you did. I'd kill myself, I think.
I'll never leave you. Honest, I won't, Bert. I swear. Bert, I'll never leave you. You don't know how I love all this. This music. This kind of light.
But you left me out.
I've never stopped thinking of you since the first moment I saw you.
Want a puff? You are nice when you're intense like that. Do you like gardenias?
I like everything about you.
What would you do if I were to give you one? Would you keep it forever?
I'd keep it forever.
Well, then I think I'll give you one. So you want me to go off all by myself, just so you can stay here and get along? Marry someone else. That Finchley girl, maybe. Well, I won't do it. It's not fair.
All right, Bert, I'll do what you say, but I can't now. Why don't you go up to your families for a while, and I'll save, and then we can get married.
I'll go back home if you promise to marry me.
All right, Bert, I promise. I'm going now, Bert.
Our neighbors have a telephone. I'll write down the number. What is there about me that's so different, Clyde? What is there about me that's made you act like this to me when up till a few months ago you were as nice as any human being could be?
Double tragedy link. Evening Sentinel. Last edition paper here. Double tragedy link. Fatal results of accident. Unidentified body of girl recovered. Searchers unable to locate body of companion. Evening Sentinel. A last edition paper.
Mrs. Merritt will think it very strange my keeping you out here.
Well, you're not keeping me. They're perfectly happy. Besides, I have some things I want to tell you. First, I think you're a perfectly terrible social secretary.
Oh, it's lucky you're not my boss.
Because although you're a very charming secretary, there's nothing social about you. At critical moments, you disappear, can't be found anywhere.
Oh, you really understand, don't you?
No, I don't. I'm trying awfully hard to get it in my head.
But good heavens, man. You're the party. I mustn't take up your time.
Then what are you here for?
To entertain undesirable men?
I'm not thinking about that now. I'm thinking of an innocent girl up there at that hotel being questioned by the police. The dress that Sylvia wore when she hurried out of here this afternoon is the one that is covered with blood.
Stop it!
You're the one that killed that man.
I didn't kill him. I didn't kill him. I didn't.
You're so practical.
Oh, I have to be with you.
You just want to make me unhappy. Won't you ever marry me?
Maybe someday I will.
You will. I know you will. I'll make you marry me.
You get out of here. What was Frank doing here? You better mind your own business, Helen Blake. Is he the man you've been seeing? Is he? Is he?
Get this and get it straight.
I'm paid to protect the citizens of this town, and I'm going to rid this place of every bad character, every one of them, if I have to ride them out in rail. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Take off your hat. That's all. What's your name?
Sookie?
Where do you live?
Shandytown?
What's your father do?
Nothing.
Don't he work?
No, he's dead.
How old are you?
6, going on 6.5.
What were you doing up so early?
Selling my papers. I always get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get my papers. You see, my mom...
Never mind your ma. How many papers do you start out with in the morning?
30?
And how many do you sell?
31.
Uh-huh. You get 30 papers and you sell 31. How do you sell 31 when you only get 30?
Well, it's this way. A man pays me for a paper and he doesn't take the paper, and so I get to sell it over again. Come on, Mick.
Sit down. And get that mutt out of the way.
Mutt? He's a thoroughbred.
How many papers have you been taking off porches?
Well, I haven't been taking any papers off of any porches. I start with 30 and I sell 31.
Yeah, I know. Now look, son, I like you.
Uh-huh. Come on, Mick.
Sit down. Now, some kid's been stealing papers off of porches. That's why the officer brought you here. And it looks like you're going to jail.
But we can't go to jail. I gotta help my mom.
Sit down. Come on, now tell me the truth. You've been stealing papers.
Why, I have not. I can prove it by Skippy.
Who's Skippy?
Oh, Skippy the fellow with the turtle.
And he probably helps you steal papers.
Why, he does not. He's my pal. He's not a burglar.
You like your dog, don't you?
Yes, sirree.
How would you like me to take him away and keep him until you tell me the truth?
I'm not lying. It's the truth. You can't take him. He's my dog. Nobody can take him. Please. Please.
Okay. If I let you go home, will you tell me who it is that's been stealing these papers?
But I don't know.
Supposing you found out. Supposing you asked the other kids. You'll come and tell me, won't you?
I'm not a telltale, tattletale, hanging on a bull's tail.
Well, clear out. And watch your step. Hey! Get that dog out of here, will you?
So long, Sarge.
There. His pulse is going again. He's alive.
But I can't stand the strain any longer.
face everywhere. Day and night.
And that detective, he knows.
No one is to leave this house. Everyone is under suspicion. Everyone.
Philip, you must go. They're looking for you. Do you want them to catch you?
Let them. I want you.
We'll meet somewhere after you've gotten away safely.
Finger marks on his throat. Mrs. Endicott, your husband has been strangled.
Come in. Come in. My name is Sammy Brown, and I just came into town. Saw your ad. Your Mr. Lee say you can make a mint on me.
What do you do?
Dance, sing.
Play a role?
Anything. Say I'm a fine for guys like you, 'cause there's nothing I can't do.
Tell me, what did you work before?
In a department store.
Who told you you could dance and sing?
Hey, for money I'll do anything. Why don't you try me? You might as well.
You might be great.
Who can tell?
What do you call your specialty?
You mean my big sensation? I knock 'em cold when I pull off my Chevalier imitation.
Yeah.
If a nightingale could sing like you, they sing much better than they do, 'cause you brought a new kind of love to me. Well, what do you think?
When you go out, don't slam the door. It's a wonderful imitation you gave of Ethel Barrymore.
I'm glad you see me.
Step right in.
Are you Mr. Lee?
My name is Sammy Brown.
Come in. Do you want to talk to me?
I want to talk to Mr. Lee.
I'm Mr. Lee.
That's him.
I see you want a very good act.
Yes.
Well, I'm the guy you want to guess, and I'll speak very good English, but I'm full of the pep and I got the ambition.
What do you do?
Acrobats.
What's your name?
Familiar, but the best thing I do is give imitation of Chevalier. When the nightingale may look like you.
That's enough.
When you go out, don't slam the door.
Well, what do you think?
I need a drink.
All right, I take it a drink.
You take the air.
Take the air, he cried.
No like it the air. It's too cold outside.
Will you please keep quiet?
I no say the word.
Not an and, a but, nor an if. Not a word from you till you're spoken to.
All right, you great big stiff.
I want to speak to Mr. Lee. I'm a dramatic actor.
So I see I'm Mr. Lee.
Well, lend an ear to me.
Can you play a role?
Can I play a role? Do you know who you're looking at?
No.
Caesar's ghost. I play any kind of a role.
You will?
Now eat it up like that. I played a part in Ben-Hur once.
What part did you play, sir?
A girl, she played the part of Ben.
And you?
I played her.
When you go out, take a slam at the door.
You're kidding me, aren't you not?
Kidding, you say. I've been here all day. Now show me what you've got.
I wanted to play a dramatic part, the kind that touches a woman's heart, to make her cry for me to die.
Did you ever get hit with a coconut pie?
There's my argument. Restrict immigration. I think I'll recite.
Let it go, all right.
I'll give you a recitation. Or would you prefer to see me give my Chevalier imitation? When the nightingales could sing like you, they sing much sweeter than they do, 'cause you brought a new kind of love to me. Well, what do you think?
Get me a brick.
Here's a brick. I always carry one for this imitation.
Say, I ought to lay this on your head.
You can't do that. You don't belong to the Bricklayers Union.
Poop-poop-a-doop.
Hey, what do you think you are?
Hey, wait a minute. You know who this is?
No.
He sells Frankfurters. That's the merchant of Wieners.
Well, what do you want? My name is What Do You Care? My home is anywhere. People say I'm awful dumb, so I thought to you I'd come. Say, listen, what is it?
Now, just a moment. Wait a minute. He might be crazy. Wait, I'll find out. You want to go on the stage? Crazy.
Say, listen, you tell me what you want or I'll throw you out. Never mind that. I'll give you a punch.
Now, wait, take your time. This fellow's a good dancer. Dance for him.
Say, thank heaven there's no Chevalier imitation.
Well, what do you think of him,
I
Mr. Lee?
wouldn't give him $1 a week.
Not so loud, he'll take it.
Yep.
Now, listen, you're making a big mistake.
Why, I tell you,
These fellas are very clever. They're funny fellas. And I've got a play that I've written that I'd like to explain to you. I'd like to read this manuscript for you. It's a wonderful play, and these fellas would fit in it. Now, if you'll just come over and sit down with me for a minute, I'll explain the whole thing to you. Now, will you just sit down to do that? Now, here's the idea of this thing is. This is not monkey business, or is it pineapples? But I want to explain it.
I want to explain the whole thing to you. Now, the first scene takes place in this beautiful home. This is really a magnificent home. A mansion. When I say a mansion, I mean a mansion. I saw the fellow like that over the girl sitting in the chair. I can't hear a thing. Come home from the army. She's been going for many years. She's been going for young man. I can't have a word. Without holding you back. Hello. He put him in the canal. He put this little fella. He's from the German army. Well, there's your right in there. Now, when he goes to the other army, the other fellow goes to the American army, then they have a war. Now they have a regular war. And he pulls out a big radio box. Here's nobody not married. And the other boy says, if you'll just listen to what I've got to say. So he puts it off my what is wrong? Anything you marry. The beautiful thing was in this. Now listen, why don't you take your hat when a lady comes in? I'm trying to. I know, but that's not happy. No, lady, that's my wife.
How often have I told you you have your own work? The new drivers must learn for themselves.
Well, the girl's only 18. First night got her a bit ragged. No lights, strange roads, dead beat.
We are members of the BEF and must take the medicine given us. You understand? No coddling.
Yes, Commander.
Wait. Why I really sent for you was about this letter to your sister. You ought to know better than to write such things.
Well, it's true. I'll tell lies to my aunt and my mother. They expect them. Such fun behind the lines. So splendid to be really in it. But I want Trix to know the truth. Not a lot of mush about this life out here.
Such unpatriotic sentiment will not go out of my unit. If you prefer, you can tear it up.
No, let it go. She can use her imagination as to what's been crossed out.
And latrine duty for insubordination. Have you anything to say?
What do you expect me to say? Thank you very much.
Report to the sergeant at the railway head. Remain on duty until released.
Right.
Answer that. Burton, any word from Newman?
No, Commander. She hasn't been heard from yet.
She ought to have been back an hour ago. If you see her, tell her to report to me.
Yes.
Reporting. Where have you been? Joyriding?
No, looking for Newman.
Disobeying orders again, Smith?
Yes.
I'll do the talking. Did you find her?
There, she's outside.
Oh, and you've come in to talk for her. Smith, you will share her punishment. Now send her in to report.
Commander.
Evans, delayed at hospital number 7. Can't get through. The road's under heavy fire. Tell her she must get through. There's been enough slacking in this unit. I'll have no more of it.
I brought Newman back to report.
Good night, dear.
What?
Aren't we married?
Yes.
Aren't you my wife?
Yes.
Am I not your husband?
Yes.
Now, can't I call you dear when I say good night?
Well, you may call me dear, but you shouldn't say good night.
But it's 9:30. And at this hour, good night is the only proper thing to say.
You don't understand.
What?
Nicky.
Yes, Anna?
Nicky.
Yes, Anna? Oh, no. Oh, no. Married people don't do that.
They don't.
Oh, no.
Married people don't wink.
Yes. Yes, they wink. But not at each other.
What's the use of getting married?
All the philosophers for 3,000 years have tried to find that out. And they failed. And I don't think we'll solve that problem tonight. Good night.
You know, Nicky, we shouldn't do this.
Oh, no. No, we should not.
I shouldn't be here at all.
Oh, no. No, you should not.
Oh, but I couldn't help it. I had to see your wedding. I didn't want you to know. Just one glimpse of you as a prince, and then disappeared. But then I saw you yesterday.
In that marriage carriage.
I saw your face. So sad, so dreary, so lonesome. And I thought I might just as well hang around a little while.
Wait a minute. To cut a long story short, you're crazy about another girl.
Yes.
And you don't know what to do.
No.
Then don't do it.
Oh, but she's so beautiful. Yeah, and what a figure she has. Yeah, and Nicky, you should see her fingers. Oh, she has the daintiest little fingers. She has... Yeah, she plays the violin, you know.
What does she do?
She plays the violin. And how? She's the leader of a girls' band in a beer garden. I've just come from there. Oh, Nicky, I've got to meet her. But I've got to be so careful because I'm a married man. Yeah, Nicky, look. You come to the beer garden with me, huh?
I see. You're afraid to have supper with her alone.
Right.
And that's why you want me along.
Right.
And after supper, I go home and you don't go home.
Right.
And you think I would lend myself to such an intrigue? Let's go. I'll find at home my ra-da-da-da-da-da. There'll be no more campaigning, and she'll find me ra-da-da-da-da-da. And so I'm not complaining. I found a new commander to obey. I must report for duty right away. She'll never pension me. Toujours l'amour in the army.
If it's a Paramount picture, it's the best show in town.